Welcome to Pregnancy Chat. I'm Monica Healy, and today I'm going to talk about how to create a birth plan so you can take control of your birthing experience. So before we get started, I just want to invite you to learn about childbirth by visiting Pregnancy Chat or clicking the link below to get access to our complete childbirth program. Okay, let's get started. Pregnancy can be a very exciting and exhilarating time in one's life. It can also be stressful, leaving an expectant mother feeling as though things are completely out of her control. One thing that you can do to reduce stress and prepare for the arrival of your family's newest addition is to create a birth plan. A birth plan will ensure that you are as prepared as possible for the birthing experience. It can also help you get ready ahead of time with questions that are important to discuss with your birth team well before the arrival of your new little angel. In this video, I'll go over what a birth plan is and how to create one, but to make it easier for you, I've created a simple birth plan template that you can download and print out to use to create your own birth plan. So check the link below the video to download your birth plan template. Okay, let's get started. What is a birth plan? The birth of your little miracle should be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. You want to spend time thinking about the details of how the birth of your child will go along with the desires and dreams that you have for this special event. Your birth plan will likely be a simple one-page statement that clearly defines your preferences regarding the birth of your child. You will want to provide a copy of this plan to everyone who will be directly involved with the birth of your child to help them understand your desires and clear up any issues beforehand. A copy of the plan should be provided to your obstetrician, members of your birthing team, and your spouse, and any other participants. So how do you create a birth plan? When creating a birth plan, there are some things you will want to keep in mind. We go in depth into how to create a birth plan in our download a birth plan template, but here are some things to consider. You should begin creating the birth plan as early as the beginning of your second trimester, as you'll want ample time to put a lot of thought into the creation of the plan. The plan may change as your pregnancy progresses. There is nothing wrong with making changes to the details of your plan, no matter how many times you wish to change it or how many changes you wish to make. You should keep in mind that the delivery of your baby can be unpredictable. You may need to deviate from the plan during the actual birthing process, so be prepared in case this occurs. You may have to change your mind. Preparing for your birth plan. To create your plan, you can use the template we've created that you can download below this video, or you may want to begin with a notebook or a journal. You will use this journal to write down any thoughts that you may have about the upcoming arrival of your new little bundle of joy. You should definitely note any experiences that you may wish to have during labor and delivery. While this journal will be much longer than the actual birth plan itself, it will help you organize your thoughts and will serve as a great stepping stone to the creation of the actual birth plan. Just before you write the plan, there are a number of questions you will want to ask yourself. Instead of going over them all in this video, we've covered them all in the downloadable and printable birth plan template in the link below. The more thought that you put into the plan, the better the chances are there will be no issues or confusion during the actual birthing process. Be prepared to be flexible on the day, though. Discussing your birth plan with your healthcare provider with as much thought and effort as you will be putting into your birth plan, it is only natural that the plan will become personal to you. As personal as this plan may be, you must keep in mind that you need to discuss the plan with your doctor as the exciting day approaches. It is important to remember that doctors have their own routines and that hospitals have their own policies. For example, you may wish to have your other children in the room with you during the delivery of your new child. But for you and your spouse, this may be a very important part of the birth plan. If the hospital has rules against this, then you may have to alter your birth plan. Remember not to take any necessary changes to your birth plan personally. Hospitals have guidelines that they must follow, and as much as the hospital staff would like to accommodate your every desire, sometimes that just isn't possible due to rules and regulations that have been put into place to protect you and your new arrival. Steps you should consider taking to make your birth plan more accurate. When you're creating your birth plan, a lot of work that you are doing will be guesswork. For example, your birth plan may say that you will only ask for pain medication if you decide at some point that you really need it. However, there may be a window of time which pain medication may be given during your labor and delivery process. You should become familiar with the policies regarding pain medication at your hospital where you'll deliver. This way, when you present your birth plan to your obstetrician and the birthing center staff, your birth plan can say, I understand that I must request medication within this time frame and will ask it if I need it. Instead of just saying, I will ask for pain medication if I feel as though I need it during labor and delivery. You must be concise. This is why it is important to become familiar with the policies of your hospital and your doctor when creating your plan. Physicians and hospital staff alike will tend to take your birth plan more seriously the more detailed it is, the more accurate, and the more concise. Be sure you discuss the regulations of the hospital with your healthcare provider and that you understand what it is and what is not allowed in regards to your birth plan. You may go out and spend $100 on a new birthing gown only to find out when you get there that you have to use a hospital gown. The chances of you having to deviate from your plan increase significantly if you do not ask the right questions beforehand, preparing and finalizing your plan. In addition to asking questions, you may also want to take a tour of one of the birthing rooms in the birthing center while you be giving birth. This way, if your birth plan says that you wish to use a jacuzzi tub to help you through labor, but there is no such tub in the room, you can alter your birth plan accordingly. Try to avoid negative thinking and statements when writing your plan. Just as there are things you will want to include in your birth plan, there are also things that you are going to want to avoid. First and foremost, avoid negative thinking. If you begin thinking about all the things you don't want during your labor and delivery, your birth plan will be a little more than just a list of things you don't want happening during the experience, rather than the instructions that put you in a better control of the situation. For example, instead of simply stating, I don't want the baby taken out of the room after delivery when creating your plan, you may wish to state something like, I would prefer to keep the baby with me at all times after delivery, unless there are some special circumstances that warrant the removal of the baby from the room. Modifying your birth plan as necessary. Remember, you cannot possibly predict every single factor that may need to be taken into account during the delivery of your child. As such, you may need to modify your plan at any given time, whether it is after you discuss your options with your doctor or during the actual labor and delivery process. Because the labor and delivery process can indeed be an unpredictable one, you may want to have a second section added to your birth plan outlining your wishes should something unexpected occur. Instead of having just a simple birth plan that has been outlined for an uncomplicated delivery, you may want to break your birth plan down into separate sections. One section that addresses your wishes during an uncomplicated delivery. With a few surprises, it may have to be handled differently, and maybe put your options on this plan B. The more prepared you are, the less stress you're likely to experience during labor and delivery. Your birth plan is the roadmap that will help you, your doctor, and others who are involved prepare for the delivery of your new baby. You want to make sure you accommodate for any detours that may occur when creating this roadmap so that you can reduce any stress that you may experience in the delivery room. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the link below to sign up for Pregnancy Chat, where it's our mission to nurture you through your pregnancy and childbirth. If you know someone who might benefit from this video, please share it. And if you have any comments or questions, please post them below or post them at pregnancychat.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Monica, and we'll see you next time at Pregnancy Chat.